Hey, this is Ash. We're going to look at landing page from for consulting for equity, and it's Epic Network. Um, so before we do that, we're going to check out the Facebook page, and first we'll just scroll right through the landing page just to get you. They're selling a book um, by for consultants and things like that, people like that. So let's take a look at the Facebook ad. So this is the ad came upon in Facebook. Um, I can't record directly from Facebook, so I have a screenshot of it. So it says, "Want to get paid on your value instead of your time." Uh, that's a pretty good promise. Um, when you get paid for your, I would say for your value, not on your value. Anyway, um, okay, so that sounds like something most people can get along with. Yeah, sure. I guess I would like to anything except for time. I mean, I guess I would make that a little more clear as to what you're talking about your value, like which on your value. But I guess the next line will probably clear it up because if you're a coach, consultant, speaker, author, experts, trainers, or teacher, um, you know that you have a certain value that you offer and you want to get paid for that versus how many hours you put in. It's the old joke about you know, the plum, not the guy that comes to the company because the company's having a big emergency and the guy he charges him, $10,000, $10,001 or something like that to fix the problem. They're like, but all you did is flip the switch. And he goes, yeah, $1. Um, yeah, I charge you $1 for me to actually flip the switch, but I charge you $10,000 to know what switch to flip. So basically, getting paid for their knowledge, right? So that's what people want to get paid for is their knowledge, not their time. So it's it's a universal concept and dilemma among coaches, speakers, consultants, and authors and things like that. So that's a very appealing promise. You want to get paid for your value instead of your time. It's just I I think it could have been worded better, but the promise is good. Okay, grab my new book where I teach you the concept of consulting for equity and to get on the path to, and then it explains it. So let me just go into this first line. Grab my new book where I teach the concept of consulting for equity, which is um, an interesting, I guess, concept that maybe a lot of these people haven't heard of. Okay, so we're going to see what the benefits are, right? Get on the path to lucrative consulting relationships. Can I pick your brain into paid opportunities that fuel your success and um, build partnerships? Okay, so what I like about that is that's probably a pretty common pain point for consultants. People call you up and yeah, they pretend they want to do business with you, but they just talk to you for a half an hour and get a lot of free information out of you, and then they're like, okay, thanks, bye. What do I need to um, what do I need to talk to you before about? And actually, it was interesting. I saw a Russell Brunson video, one of his old videos, and he talked about one of his older videos where he would speak from the stage, and he spent like 30 minutes giving out all this great information and couldn't figure out why people weren't buying. And the reason why was because he wasn't selling himself; he was just giving out information. Everybody was taking notes and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, great! I got all the information. Thanks. I don't need to buy whatever it is you're selling because you just gave it all to me." And so that's the problem. Somebody calls you up and and then picks your brain for half an hour, and then you're like, well, let me get you into some program, and they're like, well, you just gave me a half an hour of your information of your time for free. So I don't really need to go to the next level. So that's a common dilemma, and that's really really um, a great good promise. I would probably word it a little differently. I don't think it's worded very well. So let's go to the next benefit. Multiple streams of income. Position yourself to receive upfront fees, recurring income, and equity in businesses you choose. That's another good promise. Multiple streams of income. Receive upfront fees. Everybody wants that. People. get screwed all the time from clients not paying their bill. And so you want to get paid up front. Great, good promise. Wealth building. Escape the cycle of trading dollars for hours and embrace a strategy that pays you for life. Um, okay, that sounds good. It almost sounds like the third one almost sounds like the first one. So it's kind of, I really I see this a lot in copy. People kind of repeating themselves, and I'm not against the concept of repeating certain things. Like if you have a really, really long page and you repeating certain things, but it's just when they're just in close proximity, you don't really need to say that. Okay, ready to revolutionize your business and life. Well, yeah, I am actually. Okay, grab your book today, join now. So let's take a look. Okay, so from consulting to partnerships. Okay, so what this tells me is that you're not going to be in this relationship where they're over there and you're over here. You're going to be together. Um, okay, so download the ebook. So you already know what you're getting. You're going to get an ebook. Proven system to attract premium clients and eliminate fee resistance. Now, the best part of this whole thing is right in this line: eliminate fee resistance. I know a consultant, not personally, but I watched, like his YouTube videos. That's pretty much all he talks about is eliminate fee resistance. And he's got uh, thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, maybe even a million. I don't know. I haven't kept up with him. He sold dozens of books. He's written just basically on that one concept, you know, eliminate fee resistance, how to charge more, how to, overcome that. And it's a huge pain point, and it's a great I would like focus on that on this whole ad, because here's the thing: attract premium clients. Well, that sounds like a really, a hunting exposition, because you have to go like, how do you find premium clients? I mean, you're not even going to know if they're a premium client until you've worked with them for a while, because anybody could sound great on paper, uh, you know. And so I know there's a certain desire to have that, but really the thing that people can pick up on and get um, a lot of like a quick win would be to eliminate free resistance. So whenever you have something where you take away something, there's a negative that you can take away. People look at it as an easy solution. So it's like a habit. So if you go, I'm going to give you 10 habits of building wealth, or I'm going to eliminate these 10 mistakes to building wealth. Well, you're going to look at it and go, well, the habits seem like that's going to take a long time. But eliminate mistakes seems like it's easy, because I'm probably not going to do them anyway. I probably don't even want to do them. So anytime you can eliminate something, use the negative or something, that people are going to be instantly attracted to it because they think it's something they could do quickly. Okay, get paid for your value, not your time. Great. Okay, limited time offer, beautiful. Get a digital copy of Consulting for Equity for just $5.90. Okay, so we click more, go to the page. So we got from consulting to partnership, and then our audience is coaches, consultants, speakers, experts, and teachers. Okay, so now we go to the landing page. So let's go back to the top. Okay, limited time offer. Okay, so you're reinstating what you're offering. You get the book for $5.90. All right, so I already know that I'm gonna have to pull up my wallet. I have to pull up my credit card, and it's gonna be kind of a pain in the ass. So let me just see if it's worth it. Is it worth doing that? Because it's not a matter of just submitting my email or both my email and my name to download some, like a lead magnet, like a digital book. Because to be honest with you, a lot of people are giving away the same book just as a download, free download, just name and email. So now it's an extra hurdle. This is really what Ryan Dice and digital marketer talk about, as a tripwire. It's a valuable thing that people want. Maybe they don't really need it, but they want it. It's valuable, and so it's less than $10, but they gotta pull up their wallet, and that engages you to that engages a business transaction between you and them. So you go from lead magnet, you got a lead, and now you go to the tripwire. And so this was an ad on Facebook. So the probably it could have been a retargeting ad, um, but again, it's probably you're probably getting a lot of cold traffic. It's not like, I didn't get this from the email, so it's not warm traffic. And it might have been a retargeting ad. I may have been here, but um, so the ad was okay. It was mediocre. Um, there could be much stronger promises and then more focused on what the promise is. So let's take a look. Okay, we're gonna look at this limited time offer. You get in your book. Get the number one wealth strategy. Okay, so what is that? The number one wealth strategy. Okay, this is the number one wealth strategy. Discover the proven approach to permanently escape time for money trap and retire on your own terms. Okay, let's just break this down. Okay, number one, I like discover. Okay, so you are getting a book, but and then a lot of times book means like you're going to learn something, and a lot of amateur copywriters write learn the proven approach. Like people don't want to learn, they want something given to them, right? So when you say you discover something, it means like you just happen upon it and it was an easy thing. It was an easy thing to get, right? So you're discovering something, not learning something. Learning is a process. Discovering is like instantaneous. So right there, it's already good. Proven approach. Okay, so proven, which is great. If you can back it up with something, even better, but that's okay. Proven. And here the word approach, just that word seems kind of like a process. I would say proven method. So there's like a really uh, defined way of doing something, or a proven formula, which is another defined process of getting there. Approach just seems kind of nebulous and big. So I would say discover the proven formula to and then permanently escape time for money trap. Okay, so let's look at that. This word is really kind of unnecessary. You got to be careful about your adjectives and adverbs. I mean, like I don't think I would go into this thinking it's temporary, right? And like if I solve the time for money trap, I don't think there's an expiration date. I don't go, oh, you know what? If I get this whole thing, it's only going to work for a year, and then after, then I somehow miraculously forget it, or I need to learn something new. That's not really going in anybody's head. They're not thinking about that. So you can pretty much get rid of that. And remember, headlines, you only want to say what you need to say, right? To get people to read more. Really, as Joe Sugarman says, whatever the line, the headline is to get you to read the next line. And then that line is to get you to read the next line and so on. And so that it's like this slippery slope. And so, and that's almost kind of what they did. Okay, like you got this book for $5.90, kind of, okay, that's interesting. And then I'm reading this line, and you go, okay, well, maybe I need to answer that question. What is the wealth strategy? Okay, now I'm reading this, and so you only want to say what you need to say to get them to read the next line. Okay, so this really is unnecessary. You don't need to. Who cares if it's permanent? Because it's assumed that it will be permanent. No one's saying it's going to be temporary. No one's going to assume it's temporary. Okay, escape the time for money trap. Um, okay, they got that. They have it highlighted. That's not me doing that. They got it highlighted in whatever color this is. It's pink or something. Not really. Okay, and okay, so then they got that. So discover so this is what I would say. Discover the proven formula to escape the time for money trap. Um, and I would leave it at that, right? And to retire on your own terms. Now you're telling me, oh, well, this is only for people who are getting ready to retire, because nobody's going to think about retirement until maybe they're 45 or something, like at least 10 years before retirement. So maybe their 50s. They're not really thinking about retirement, right? I mean, very smart people, and if you had financial advisors, they go, well, start stocking money away today, like when you're 20s. But you know what? The reality is very few people do that. So what you're telling me in this book is that you're kind of looking for people maybe close to retirement, which is not completely wrong because a lot of consultants get into consultant after they've been in the business for 10 years or 20 years, something like that. But I would I would probably um, just I would just leave it off. It's really like you want to just focus on if you're trying to get that broad audience that people are not thinking about retirement, like they're building up, they're young and they want to build a consultant business. Um, I would just leave it at that, and then maybe put something else that's maybe a lot more appealing. I just it's just not something that people just think about all the time. Okay, so here we go. Next line. For $5.90, step into the future of wealth building and a proven path. See, I like that. Proven path. So that means like you're going to get clear directions, a proven path. You're going to, because if you're on a path somewhere, there's a direction, if you go, well, I'm going to get you this path out of the woods. Um, that's very, very clear. To financial freedom, beautiful. And then it says, even if you've never done consulting. So it sounds like they're going for people who never done consulting. Um, okay, that's good. So so let's look at the rest of the page. So here we got kind of, I guess it could be a book cover. I don't know if it is. And then you get these bonuses. Um, they're pretty big bonuses, but a lot of them seem like um, I don't even know what they are, to be honest with you, but it almost seems like more investment of my time. And I don't, here's the thing about bonuses. Like people throw out these bonuses and then they throw out a value, but they don't really explain what the heck they are. Like I don't know the equity advantage. I mean, I don't know. I'm not in this business, so I'm not um, totally up on all this stuff. I mean, but business with wealth without risk workshop. Is that okay? I guess that would be I would make it very clear like it's free. I mean, I guess they are, but it just seems like I'm gonna have it seems like I'm getting more involved in something rather than just getting a book. Like I want the book, right? I mean, if it was bonuses, I would make it very clear, like, get this worksheet or get this calculator or but when you like now I'm gonna be involved in a workshop, I don't know, it really doesn't sound that appealing to me. And then like, who are you? I don't even know if you're even that good. So what? I don't. You say it's $5,000, but it could be worth nothing to me. I don't really care. And so I think it's just you got to be very, very careful how you set these things up. Because people act like everybody wants everything, and if you throw like a $10,000 thing and it's free, that somebody automatically wants it. No, because here's the thing: people are going to invest their money, right? Their money, and they're going to invest their time. Well, this thing it's $6. It's a $6 book, so they're probably not worried about the money, but they are worried about their time, right? And so a lot of this just tells me, oh man, it just sounds like a lot of investment of my time. I would come up with three really quick bonuses that complement the book, right? Like some kind of online calculator that only works, whatever the system, and then maybe the checklist thing, and then actually later in this thing they talk about the scripts, something that's like it doesn't involve a whole lot of time. It just seems like a workshop. And then if something like this, it's not something quick and easy. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Okay, so one more thing about where we are up on this page that I noticed is that number one, the buttons for the buttons for you to take action, the call to action buttons, really blend in really with the design. So what you want to have a button that really sticks out because most people this is what they're going to be doing. Like, okay, I'm looking through it, looking for it. All right. Do they want me to do anything, or are they just telling me, oh, this is nice information? They're just telling, like, you want to make it clear. Look, we're selling something and we want you to click this button. So I would make this button like completely different. You can make it like a green, blue, orange, yellow, or yellow is kind of being used here, but I mean really like vibrant colors. Okay, and then another thing about this is here's the thing. You got this drives me up the wall because there's so many conversion links. Like if you could have a page that converts 10% of the people, but then you could put in a bunch of stuff that reduces that by 1%. Then it goes down to 9%. Then it goes down to 8%, 7%. And right here, this button, you probably lost 1%, right? Because number one, it doesn't even look like a button except for the arrow. The arrow makes it seem like, okay, I might be going to the next page. But everything else about it, and then if if you're on this page, see how it turns into an arrow? Arrow means I can't click. I'm clicking on it, right? But then, okay, then it turns into a like a little finger, and then I can click on it. But if you just kind of scroll over it real quick, you just see the arrow. You're like, oh, okay. So I come down and I'm like, oh, see, I'm clicking on it right now. And I go, oh, well, that's not a button. And then the same thing happens here. It's like, well, that's not a button either. I'm clicking on it, clicking on it. It's not a button. Um, I would, I, I would make that clearly a button, clearly a button. So let's just look at the text in here. I think it's good. Get instant access for just $5 now. Okay, that's great. Limited time offer. Beautiful. I like that. 3,000 plus mentored. Social proof. Beautiful. Claim your digital copy while supplies last. Okay, so you got like 3 buttons like really right in a row. And then you got another shot of the book. Looks like a pretty big book. If it's not that book big, and I said this on another video, but if you can make it, what I would do is maybe not even make it a book, but maybe like 3 books or something, and then each one is like this big, and then it's easier to read. But anyway, it's a book. You're selling it, $5.90, limited time offer. Yes, reserve my copy now. Again, same issues with the button. Here's my little beef about this. Claim your digital copy while supplies last. Okay, it's a digital copy. It's buckets, right? So I would just stick to limited time offer. Claim your copy, limited time offer. This offer is going away soon. Offer going, maybe it's different wording, going away soon. Okay, then they got 3 buttons, basically boom, boom, and boom, right? Like I missed it. And then if you go through the rest of the page, there's no other buttons. There's no other call to action buttons. And then this one, believe it or not, is not a button, and I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so you got really like boom, 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 and then they kind of forgot about it at the end. Okay, let's look at some of the texts that are going to convince me to spend $5.90. Now remember, here's the thing. It's not the money. Like for the people you're talking to and for what you're giving them, it's not the money. It's not $5.90. Now it's time. All right. Do I want to read another book that, the first quarter of the book is pretty good, but the rest of it's kind of stupid, or it's just, or I got to do this whole process, or you have to remember that if you're trying to sell a book, like you're probably sitting around the conference table and go, who wouldn't want this book? It's only $6. It's only $6. It doesn't even matter if it's $25. It doesn't even matter if it's $100. It's not the money. It's the time. And it's the information. I mean, and also people don't want bad information, right? I mean, how many times have people followed something? Maybe they followed a diet or a financial program or a business enterprise that it was just completely the wrong thing. You got to remember, people have been burned over and over and over again by all this stuff. It's just everywhere. So this is how I write copy. I write copy. You want to be excited about your product and everything, but then you got to review it as if you're the biggest curmudgeon in the world. You're never going to buy anything. You forget about it. You really, really have to work very, very hard to convince me to spend not only my money but my time, and then assure me that I ain't gonna get burned, either financially, like where you have a money back guarantee, or I'm not gonna get burned by getting bad information. And so this is where I think this page really just totally drops the ball. Okay, so this system has been used by thousands of individuals from every background to close deals that can pay you for life. Okay, that's a decent promise. Used by thousands of people from every background, pay you for life. Explain that, right? Okay, I'm listening. You got my attention. You've included me because I have got some oddball background, but you're saying every background. So I'm listening. You included me. Close deals. Yeah, I'd like to close a deal. Pay me for life. I love that idea. What are you talking about? Okay. So it really doesn't get it. It really doesn't explain. In this powerful book, you'll discover how to create unlimited leads, clients, and deals. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Unlimited leads, clients, and deals. Um, I would get a little more specific, like because it just sounds like anybody can make that claim. I would say how to create 9 leads in 9 days, 9 clients in 9 weeks, 9 deals in 9 months, or something, something that that it pertains only to your formula, your system, or your path, your approach, or whatever, to your thing, right? Because how to create unlimited leads, clients, and deals. First of all, it's very hyperbolic. It sounds like a bunch of, almost sounds like bullshit, right? But if you can say what I just said, how to get 9 leads in 9 days, how to get 9 clients in 9 weeks, how to get 9 deals in 9 months. I mean, then people are like, okay, I could see that. But just saying unlimited leads and clients and deals is well, sounds like a lot of bogus. Okay, how to charge 2x, 5x higher upfront fees with zero resistance. All right, I love this concept. Um, Again, I mean, you got to dig into the book and I'd get a little more specific. What do you mean by, 5x up higher upfront fees? Um, I would say, how to, the next time, somebody gets you on the phone and they want to, they want to pick your brain, say no, and then charge them 5 times more or something along those lines. Like really hammer that home. Go, how to charge 5x, um, 5x higher fees whenever they say no, or whenever they pick your brain or something to that effect. I mean, again, it's a lot of this like stuff. You could take this copy and put it onto somebody else's page, and it'll totally make sense. Okay, so those those promises, those benefits aren't really that exciting. So we're gonna go to the third one. My proven word-for-word scripts for free advice seekers and new clients. Okay, I like the concept. It's just the wording's a little weird. Um, but it's I would obviously there's a number of scripts, right? Again, I would put in, you know, my proof, nine. You get, 9 proven word for word scripts to use next time somebody picks your brain or something along those lines. Like just kind of hammer that home because you've said it in the ad right here. Set it in the ad. Right. Can I pick your brain? Like right here. Like I would just focus on that one concept because that's a huge problem that consultants have. They're like, oh yeah, somebody's talking my ear off, and then go with that concept and get them, and then you can obviously once you have that concept, break it into other things. It's just very very vague. Um, very very general copy that's just not hitting anybody. It doesn't appeal to anybody. And they say if you try to appeal to everyone, you appeal to nobody. Okay, so let's move down. Here's some proof elements, which is you gotta be careful about proof elements that don't detract from the main thing. So okay, let's look at another one. The number one wealth system used by thousands of individuals across the globe. Um, okay, I don't know, maybe because it says consulting. I would say consultants because if you're gonna use this system, then you're gonna be a consultant, right? I would say thousands, like individuals. I know you're trying to appeal to people who aren't already consultants, but it just seems very, again, vague and nebulous across the globe. I would say the number one, number one is used by thousands of consultants. It almost seems like, it's not exclusive to you. Like it's a wealth system. So maybe what is it, like stock investing in the S&P 500? I mean, that's a wealth system. I mean, like I don't really get that it's from you. I would say the number one wealth system used by thousands of consultants in 23 countries, or something a little more specific. Um, Figure out all the people that you've helped in all the countries, and then put that there, and go, these consultants in 9 countries or something a lot. It's just the more vague you are, that the less you're going to get. You're not going to get conversions on that. Okay. Consulting for equity has been proven to work for individuals from virtually every background, industry, and experience level. Okay, so this is good. You kind of include a lot of people. Okay, let me go to the next line. Achieving results of any kind requires focused effort. Those who put it forth reap the rewards. Okay, I get that. I don't know if I would put it here. I don't even know if it needs to be said here. It's not like they're paying a big amount of money. I mean, obviously, if you're doing a coaching program and they're putting down like $1,000, and you want to have kind of that like disclaimer, go, look, we have our money back guarantee, but you got to do the work. Folks. But this is a book. There is no guarantee. I don't see any money back guarantee on this, and so I don't think you really need to write all this. I don't think that's even necessary. It's kind of a detractor, and people are like, yeah, I don't really want to do the effort. Okay. Okay, let's go. I closed 30 plus deals in my first 9 months. Beautiful. That's great. My first CFE deal, I think, let's see, CFE, so consulting for equity. My first consulting for equity deal led to a 6-figure salary plus 95 on exit. So sounds like, okay, a person is not consulting, like they got a job or something. Anyway, I mean, these are the you gotta, I can't imagine out of all these people, you have no testimonials of anybody who read the book and got anything out of it. That's what I would do. Like, anytime you want somebody to do something, find a testimonial of something who did that. Go, Jim read the book, got a deal in 2 months. Or Betty read the book, a month ago, downloaded this book, read the book, and got these results. Even if you don't even have a photo, I mean, those testimonials be so much better, because you need to have a testimonial of the thing you want them to do. I want them to download this book. I want them to buy this book. Great. Have testimonials of people who've already done that. And if this is brand new, fine, you don't. But I mean, at some point, you got to have one of those. And then if 5 people downloaded this thing, you get them on your email list and go, I want a testimonial. Okay, so we got to the testimonials, proof elements. Now we're going to, okay, who is this person? I'm not going to read all this. I'm sure it sounds pretty good, but I am going to comment about how this is all laid out. Number one, this whole thing it looks like a button, right? About Roland Frasier. And you got that, and it's, head's covering up the name. He is, I would just say Roland is instead of he is. I know we're talking about this guy, but it's like him. All right, here we got Roland. Beautiful. Okay. Not going to comment too much about that. Recovering attorney, turned entrepreneur. Okay, that's pretty good. And then you got all this disclaimer stuff, and then it's good. You got the privacy and all this other stuff. But that's okay. So that's the page. I mean, there's not even another CTA. It's not even like, you would think, like, if somebody even read this, they might be interested in the book after they read this. Okay. Now that you read about, Roland, get the book. This is even better. Again, here, testimonials. They just read the testimonial. Get the book. They just read all the benefits. Get the book. But here we got get the book, get the book, get the book. Okay. I get it here and I understand it there. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Those are my comments. And I'll have to say, and people, and I hear this all the time. They go, "Well, we don't want to have too much copy." Well, here's the thing about it. You're asking them to download a book, right? Download a book that's pretty thick. So you're asking people to read, right? They're going to read something. They're going to read a book, right? That looks like it could be 250 pages. And so you want to spare them reading your sales page? That just doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, if you were selling, a bracelet or something, I get it. The people in the market for bracelets probably aren't big readers. But if you're looking for people who are going to read your book and you want them to download and buy your book, and they're going to, with the intent that they're going to read your book and learn something from your book, then don't look at it and go, "Well, I need to spare them a lot of reading." And another thing about this, and it's not even the value, and then you look at it and go, "Well, it's only $6." Yeah, but people, they don't trust you. They got to pull out their wallet. I mean, they would rather get this kind of a book on Amazon because they already have an account there. They trust Amazon, blah, 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 blah. You get so many hurdles to overcome on this that that longer copy is just going to eliminate, right? It's like you got to get people juicing in their pants, as they say. I don't know who made that quote, but just 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 crazy. Like how could I not get this? Like I would be an absolute fool for not getting this. And then that's where you do the before and after. I mean, like if you're tearing your hair out and you've done everything else, you've watched the YouTube videos, you read the other books, you went to the blah 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 blah. Well, you haven't done this thing. I can guarantee you haven't done this thing. And the people who have done this thing are making bank. Look at this. 3,000 people. There's 3,000 people who discovered this thing. They're doing it. This is how you got to get excited. This is horrible, horrible. I shouldn't say horrible. I'm being a little critical, but it's just not good copy. It doesn't get anybody excited. And it's like, the fallacy of don't give them too much copy is ridiculous, especially in a book. You're asking people to read, and then all, like I said, the bonuses it's just too much. I would stick to maybe these three. These seem like I'm not actually not the workshop. Maybe these two. Um, just something that's like quickly they can acquire, they can use. It complements the book, and even makes the book even like faster, right? Oh, if you get the book, you get the outline, you get the summary or whatever. You get the you get the 30-page pictorial of the book, or something along those lines. But the workshop sounds like, oh, I'm really getting involved in something. I just want this book, and this whole, and not only that, but if you got these bonuses, explain what the heck they are. I don't know what they are. I don't even know. I don't know. So overall, I don't rate sales pages, 1 star, 2 star, 5 star, because it really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if it's a 5 star or 1 star, because those. But I can tell you, but here's how I do rate them. This is probably going to cost you a lot more money than it should. That's what I will say. This you could, like I said, with the conversion links. I mean, you're getting a conversion link here. You're losing probably 1% of the people here, and then you're losing 1% of the people here, and then you're losing 1% of the people here, and here, and here, and here. Like you could easily probably double your conversions by fixing all the stuff that I said, plus a lot more. There's a lot of things I didn't mention in here. Anyway, that's my review of this page. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time.